Welcome back. We're here watching something new. Well, not new, more just brought back from the depths. Now, I kind of wanted to watch it earlier when I heard that the season was starting. It's a show that I've quite thoroughly enjoyed. Some of you may actually be a little disappointed to see that it's coming up right now, but I just couldn't hold on any longer. If you're wanting to experience the depths of society, while also battling with cursed spirits and sorceries, we should be in for a good time. I also know that this season is, I think, taking a little departure from what we actually know, trying something a little different. And strangely enough, it was actually a show that one of my colleagues at work has been watching, which is, well, maybe usual. I don't know how infected society is with anime at the minute. But as always, if you're watching this using one of the links down below, not actually on YouTube, could you consider keeping the YouTube version open, muted, hidden in the background? It really helps out the channel. But for now, get yourself a drink, because we're about to begin. Ow, that actually almost hurt my eyes. I mean, whenever you're starting a show which is just someone walking down the streets and you get to see the shadow cast by the lampposts. Oh, ominous back alley. But it's always going to be slightly artistic when you have that kind of shot to being played, especially when you can see the streets aren't exactly maintained all too well. He's almost sick of it. It's so mundane. I mean, no one's asking him to eat it, but I do like when we're seeing other just members of society walking around not noticing any of this shit, and you got the lives and worries and really old VHS tapes. Lives and worries of those that are actually out fighting all of the spirits and anomalies. And now it's setting up cases like this. Is it going to be a case of rumours were nothing but rumours, but due to the emphasis that people have put on them, now they've become real? Makes sense that they'd be having this conversation, though, in bumper-to-bumper traffic. I like how ordinary it looks. Many have gone missing. What a sign to put up. Does anything like that exist? I mean, definitely not around here, at least not that I've seen. And maybe if so many people have gone missing, they should do a better job at signposting, doing some land clearance. like the spoken sigh being turned into her agreeing while it being shown on the screen in text format. Let's hope it has some working batteries. Well, that's lucky. I was about to say, oh, that animation doesn't look... walking animation doesn't look too great. And then she follows the door frame along with her feet. So it changed my perspective on it. You'll be fine. I mean, it's just a little building inspection. Be careful of any loose needles or anything that you see on the floor. I mean, we're looking at all of the trash and whatnot being left around. Hopefully they're up to date with their tetanus jabs. Okay, when you're getting first person shot like that, it reminds me of playing a Resident Evil or something. Can't really go wrong with that kind of cinematography. It's terrifying. That's just her face. Just wait until she opens the door onto someone. Surprised no one's squatting here, to be fair. Although there's some weird bits that we're seeing. Obviously the noose being left out, but clothes neatly laid out on the beds. Flooded bathroom. The room under the stairs covered in the etchings. It was behind her all along. Actually, not what I expected how she would react. But there's the scream. But the terrified whelps and breath that she let out, that felt a lot more natural than should she have actually just screamed properly. And somehow you found yourselves on the same level. Thanks, I couldn't tell what that was. In the exact same configuration. We are stuck in a loop. Where have we seen something like this before? Just when you get out of eye shot, where you can't see it repeating. What if you try, I don't know, going through the window? Can you... Are they going to pass again? But also, can you break out from the outside? They'll be able to take it down fairly easy. This is a learning experience for her. So far, maybe she'll just keep walking. Huh? So you're going round in circles like this? She actually made... It changes each time. So the set repeating marks of it. I was actually thinking the same kind of thing, like actually figuring out where the boundaries of where it repeats are, but at some point, it will run out of. You'll be going through it too fast for it to keep up. Well, that's if they can run faster than a. Run faster than it can keep up with them, depending on how powerful this spirit is. It would be interesting to see you'll run past someone, and as you're going forward, you're going into the next area, they're coming back into it. Seeing them turn up and ready. You see her running, but what? Oh, it is crashing behind them. Now you're turning into some Crash Bandicoot level. Well, success, but I'm so glad you arrived. Someone's got to pay to rebuild all that shit. Hidden inventory, premature death. I can say I like this kind of calming iteration of a song that we're seeing here. And for being 10, 11 minutes into the episode before it even starts. Does look like they're having a whole heap of fun. We've been through the haunted house section when we get the rest of what is being shown off here. But after watching the movie, would you have expected to see that one be so happy, friendly, and laughing? And now, even though she's buried under rebar and concrete, oh, look at that. The exact opposite of what she said. He makes a good point. Finally, someone that shows her a little bit of concern. At least they're aware of it. Walking around for just a minor amount of time to them, but 2 days on the outside. Does that mean... Oh, so they paid extra. What about overtime? I like her hustle there. Hmm? Good thing they have some cover stories there. Degradation of gas pipes. It's... But it was impossible to guess who the culprit was there. That's not the point, though, is it? If you can keep things actually contained. It's... I would laugh so much if he missed. But it's nice seeing him being the voice of reason and upholding rules. It exists to protect the weak, those that don't have their own. Now we know who's correct. The one that made the basket. Now that's just showing off. She knows that, yeah, shit is about to go down. They like to tussle with each other. She's, yeah, absconding from her duties or whatever else. She needs to be punished. Hmm. A assignment that they've been asked for specifically. A raise. It would be good to actually confirm what exactly is their job is, what it entails. No one wants to get the wrong idea through messy wording. Rewriting his body. I mean, when you put it like that, going above the state of normal humanity, evolving beyond your limits. Oh, they come crumbling down. They'll be in a whole heap of trouble. Hmm. And replaces, which, you know, sucks if you're that sacrifice for him. Metal Greymon. Yes. I mean, would you start him off as a... No, you start off as a baby Digimon, Goron. Jesus, we are back with like Windows XP. Worship him as a god. Jesus. And they are assigned to make sure that happens, make sure nothing happens to the girl. The problem is now, do they actually have to sacrifice her in order to get him to... Good attempt to try and get 2 drinks. Why have we got the Ministry of Silly Walks appearing? They are not to be brought into the... It's not how you meant to hold a phone. Brought into the equation, they're just normal people, if a bit culty. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be a lesson that he would learn a little, but we've seen him a bit further on. Yeah, he doesn't really learn too much. Oh, shit. You're dead. Yes. Well, it looks like she's... Take the fast way down. It looks like she's fine, if a little... If a little, troubled by gravity. Mm-hmm. No. I mean, it would be a little breezy up there. They... Okay, bye. They know of them. Probably their skills and abilities as well. Do they get a break? Any other rules? Do they get to have a timeout? Maybe a drink break every now and again. Hang on a second. That voice. Now, I may be crazy, or I am going to actually double check once the this ending is over, and much like the opening, this starting off so calm, a little at odds with what we were seeing with the explosions and the cursed spirits. Spider lilies. Well, that was a nice bit of reflection in the water. But I think now seeing these characters in a form where we can learn where they came from. What led them to where they were with what we saw before. And maybe where everything went wrong. But it is good to see the love-hate relationship. How they so enjoy teasing each other. I like this sketch work. Chaco Chaco Mako. As a first episode, getting to see the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, seeing that we can't even trust architecture anymore. Having the Eternity Devil turn up in this show, having them walk down the same hallway several times over. We can probably expect that there'll be other tricks and issues that they'll come up with, or come up against, that won't be so clear cut. Having to think of a somewhat clever solution to getting out of it, one that doesn't require just mindless violence. But all of them that we've seen, that they're in certain positions of responsibility and power from season 1 of what we saw, and now they're in training, as it were. They've got to go through quite a lot to even get to a champion, or possibly even ultimate evolutions. What was that Digimon reference? I really liked that. I guess it was showing what kind of time frame it was also taking place in, if he's referencing Digimon. But the idea now that their mission, should they accept it, would be to look out for this girl, protect her at all costs, so that she can be assimilated into Tengen's new body when he needs it, to make sure that none of the barriers and protections in place fail. Wonder how that's going to start crumbling around them. Certainly, nothing could possibly go wrong with that mission. But considering everything that we have seen of his character, Gojo can, he's allowed to be a little obnoxious. His skills and abilities kind of lead into him being somewhat untouchable. I don't know about this certain iteration of him early on. Maybe he still needs to learn a thing or two, but it will be nice seeing how they utilize their certain skill sets. Also having the parallel to what we saw in the first season with the little friend group and whatnot all getting on. Now we've got these ones. Maybe we won't need to worry about Sukuna. Probably there might still be references and bits and pieces that they find, but for the most part, he's not yet inhabiting anyone. But I guess this is our opportunity to follow the Pokemon collector that is one of these students in his journey to collect the spirits, one of every kind. Even if he does have to use a bit of mouthwash after each one. And at what point, if any, is he going to become slightly jaded? Are we going to see that eventuality? Some nice little bits of animation, good art direction, interesting ideas and camera work. I think Season 2 might be somewhat decent. But for the most part as well, if we're actually seeing these guys in a student setting, a little more of the back and forth, maybe not on a basketball court, but slice of life-esque, would be entertaining. Guess we will see going forward. If you really did enjoy the first foray back into Jujutsu Kaisen, let me know. If there's anything that you would do differently, what would your solution for getting out of that mansion, what would that have been? I really did expect it would come down to more than just run, to be fair. But that's how this goes, so if you enjoyed, let me know. Leave a like and comment down below. Consider subscribing if you found anything here amusing. Maybe join onto my Discord. But for now, I'm not going anywhere near any open windows. I'm not even that high up off the ground, but I don't feel like falling anytime soon. I'll see you in the next one. Now they're on protection detail. I have to do an escort quest. Okay. If you want to be my partner in crime that would definitely not point the finger at me should anything go wrong, consider joining onto my Patreon. Because alongside the likes of Noku, Raywin, Sal, Trayvon, Shiwan, Akane, Guado, Dory Jane, Kite, Lightwizard91, Mega42, Diego Zenhausen, SZ9870, Croyville, Maxwell and everyone else, we might actually have a nice time. And thankfully, it probably won't get interrupted by any sort of escort quest. Mainly because watching anime on the internet is not that interesting.